Hello there, I'm Joe Ruggiero, and welcome to my podcast, Inspired, and the people who inspire me. Well, speaking of people who inspire me, I go back to Dee Ann Lee, because Dee Ann has a way of speaking to us about the hurdles and the pleasures of life. And I'm just so happy you're back. And you came to me last week and said, I have got to share this. I've gotten some kind of a revelation about living. And you have been very quiet about that. Can you share it with my listeners? Can you verbalize it?
I can verbalize it, and I'm happy to share it with our visitors here. I'm not quite sure where to pick this up from, but I understood that there was something in the future coming. I didn't know quite what it was, but it was a picture in a way of my life moving forward. And the moving forward part was like coming into a room that's already fixed and it's already nice. The bed's made or the shades are down or whatever it is, but it was a good place to be. It was a place you'd want to go to. I didn't see any place to get there, but there was a place I wanted to go to. And I am a believing person. I believe in God, and I think it was a vision from Him, actually. And I just wanted to explore that a little bit, because I think on the first couple of times that we talked, I wasn't looking towards the future so much, but this was more futuristic, saying it's good, it's going to be a good place where you are, what things are coming are good things. It was not a problem of anything hard to deal with. It was something to look forward to.
Could this be a symbol for somewhere hereafter?
That's what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Because it seems like in the first two times that we were talking, it was basically things that had happened in my life, and I shared those. Well, I haven't gotten to those things yet in this part that I just had the dream about, and it's interesting to me. I'm still trying to sort through it to find out what am I hearing here? What is it telling me? Mm-hmm. Is it telling it just for me? Am I to keep it with me? Or am I to share it with others?
Well, first of all, I think that for our listeners, you have to be a little more specific on what they can do to get to that place, shall we say. Let's call it the place. And let's try to analyze what makes you happy. Because I think you are a very good indicator of sort of a direct force that can help all of us in terms of what keeps you going, keeps you happy in the morning. We have a waiter that has a wonderful sense of happiness and makes us all feel so good when he waits on our table. What is that? What is the essence of that?
The essence is it's goodness. Its goodness is coming in life. You're going to have goodness in life. And I think when we turn our lives over to the powers that be, the Lord God, however you want to look at that, it's an invitation that I'm going to share with you, He tells me. I don't hear it verbally, but that this is coming up. And I just want you to see what the future is going to look like, and it's going to be this, and it's beautiful.
Well, I think that having lost a child, as I have, and you have, I get constant messages from my deceased son. And sometimes they come in numerology, sometimes they come in a look-alike person that may be passing my vision. And I spoke to my widowed daughter-in-law the other day, and she said, I got upset because I thought I saw him. And I said, He makes His presence known, and we can communicate with those people who have passed in our lives. And I think many people lose that. They don't think that they can. And I don't want to make pretense that we're having a seance or anything like that.
No, no.
But what is that?
I could have answered you a moment ago. It just seems like I'm not going into some place that I don't have comfort. It seemed like a comfortable place to be. I don't know why I would be there as opposed to where I am now in my life, but it was foretelling to me that there's more life coming here. Now, if it's a half a day or if it's 10 years, I don't know. But it gives me comfort to know that he's watching out for me. That's kind of what I think. And it's not just me. I got the impression that wasn't just for me. It was to spread it, to
Right.
talk about it.
Right. Well, I think the woman that came up to us and said that her doctor said she's going to live 20 more years, and she doesn't want to live 20 more years. It's not for her to decide.
No, we don't get a choice on those things.
No. And if she does live 20 more years, she better get busy because she's got work to do. Don't you think?
I think so. I think we need to keep up our health issues or keep them from overwhelming us, basically.
Right.
This is more than that. It's. I got the impression on the first couple of times that I had these kinds of input in my head that it's a way of lovingly tell me that you're going to be okay, and either way I'm going to be okay. I'm convinced of that, but that I don't have to worry about anything.
Well, I think the thing that is so beautiful is we're at the Calabasas Country Club, which is such a hallowed ground and such a beautiful sight. And it just delights me to watch you with your camera taking pictures of the plant life, the vistas, the horizon, or whatever. That really does make you happy, doesn't it? Nature.
Definitely. It's beauty.
Has it always been that way? Can you remember back to your childhood?
Mostly it's been that way since I've come here to the Ridge.
Huh.
And I would take my walks. Initially, when I came in, I would walk for a mile and a half. And I would be taking pictures along the way, sending them to my daughter, just to show her where I live and how beautiful it is. And just, it's a fun hobby, sort of a hobby. I do like to take pictures, and I like to share them with people. They're not just for me.
You know, we had a lecturer visit us that talked about the 5 things that you should have for a happy life. And the one thing I thought was so wonderful was make an event out of an occurrence. Like, you're going to be here today talking to me.
Yeah.
It's something to look forward to. So many people don't have anything to look forward to.
And that's a mistake for them, unfortunately. They maybe are afraid to open it up or what might be there. I'm not afraid of those kind of things. If I'm told that something new and good is going to happen, I'm happy to hear it.
And he also said, try something different that
Yes.
you've never done before.
Yes.
Which I think is great. And that's why I wanted to do this podcast.
Yeah.
Because I had not done it before. But I wanted to convey some thoughts with my audience, my followers.
Well, as your followers, the ones that have listened to this kind of a podcast, I am oriented through God. I'm a God-fearing person. And I don't even have to look for things that are coming up. They just come, and they're good things. It's beyond imagination.
Well, it's the interaction with the other people. You do such a good job in that. I don't know how you can take a blank slate and just enter into the conversation with that individual. You always find something.
Well, I have learned also to go and say hello to someone, and they say hello back. If the response back and forth is good, then we can have a conversation. And we'll converse on whatever they're talking about or whatever they're thinking about. Maybe they've just come to the Ridge and they're nervous about it, or maybe they're just been here and they think, wow, this is a beautiful place. whatever it is, this is where we live right now.
For our listeners, the Ridge is an independent living facility,
Yes,
but also provides care for those who need it.
right.
I take into consideration the lady that we met the other day, and she was perfectly delightful, charming, very nice, but only to find out that her mother was a motion picture dancer and danced with all the great celebs of her time, and that she was a dancer too.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting to pull back the curtain and find out what makes these people tick, because many of them have fascinating lives or backgrounds.
And on the flip side of that is many of the people that are where we live are not, they're doubtful. What's going to happen to me? I've got this problem or I've got another problem, and they worry about it. And worry, unfortunately, doesn't do any good. You have to talk to someone about it or talk to your doctor about it, whatever it is. You have to talk and you have to share that with someone because it's too heavy a load to carry on your own when you're worried about your health.
Well, I think that we're living longer.
Yeah.
I can remember my parents not making it to 80, and now we're 80 and beyond. There are people who are living to 102.
Yeah.
That was unheard of. And now there are blue zones throughout the world where people do live longer lives. One is in the heel of Italy, in Puglia.
Maybe that's where we should go.
It becomes top heavy.
There you
But
go.
I think it's the food. I think it's the ambiance. I think it's the feeling of self-worth, that you're worth something, that you've got to contribute something. And all of that, you know, people don't realize mind over matter
No,
matters.
it does. It does. We have to keep, as far as I'm concerned, I have to keep positive on things, no matter what it is.
Power of positive thinking.
Absolutely. It keeps me from going crazy. So I don't go crazy, it's the wrong term to use, but it keeps me from taking a negative stance. I don't like negatives. I'll work through them as I have to, but I don't want to be dependent on those and getting that as all my feed and in-feed on something. I want to be positive, and that's what I basically am sharing with the people that I do talk to.
And I think that covers your facial expression. We have a lady that we can speak of
Yeah.
that comes in to meals, and immediately you know that she's bothered. Just by her expression.
Very nicely done.
And I think that goes back to Mary Pickford, whose mother said, smile, it's not going to cost you anything. It makes people feel great. And I think that's true. Take care of your teeth, I guess, so you can.
Be sure you brush. Yes.
What other advice could you give our listeners besides believing?
Well, besides believing, just keep it to the positive. What's going to happen tomorrow? I don't know. But I'm going to do today as best I can, and I'm going to do tomorrow as best I can, and I'm going to keep doing as best I can because it keeps me happy. It keeps me positive thinking. I don't like negative thinking, particularly. I think it drags me down. I know it does. But the positive is either a promise or a completion of a promise. And then you can move forward, and then it's okay to move forward. You don't have to be afraid of that next step. It's going to happen, and it's going to be okay.
I think we could learn from Robert Redford,
Yeah.
who is just recently deceased. And his theory was he was an artist. He wanted to become an artist. He was a trained artist. And that's why he likes acting, because there's a beginning and an end. And once it's complete, it's in respect to his task or his craft. And he liked the beginning and the end, and that he could create something. Do you agree?
Yes, and I think the way you're saying this, it's a beautiful thing, too, that we can create a beginning and an ending and then look at what that ending is and how the track was to get up to that ending. is a beautiful way of living life. It's like, wow. And then everything's good again. You know, yes, you've got challenges all the time. There's always challenges. But we don't have to bury ourselves in a challenge. We have to figure out how to get beyond it, move forward, keep it positive on the thoughts, even though it feels negative at the moment.
Well, as you know, I have not retired. I'm still active in designing fashion, fabrics, case goods, upholstery, and also doing this podcast. But you are retired, are you? Mm-hmm. Yeah. But you still maintain an activity.
I like people. I like to be around people. I like to talk to people, as you know, but it isn't just because I've been where I am now for the last few months. I like to talk to people, very much like you do.
But you never did as a kid.
Well, I was too shy to do anything as a kid. People have asked me, do you keep in touch with the people that you graduated high school from? I said, well, I didn't really have close friends. I just wasn't that kind of person.
You weren't a cheerleader or...
No.
Were you active in public speaking?
No.
Or? No.
No, I was the shy kid.
Huh.
I had one boyfriend. That was for what it was worth. I didn't end up marrying him, but anyway, I had a boyfriend. And that was about it. You know, I have no idea.
You excelled in work and studies.
I did fine in my studies.
Yeah.
I worked in different kinds of jobs over the years just because I liked doing it. It was very diverse, very fun.
And what jobs were they?
Where do I start on that? We can start on, I was a realtor. I worked for a company that designed projects, major projects. It was an architectural firm like them. Just different things all over the place.
See, I never knew that.
No, well, you never asked before.
No, I guess not. It's important to listen to what people have to say about themselves,
Yeah,
but not braggers.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, this is who I am, not like this is who I am.
Right.
Exactly. There's a little body language there, but anyway, it was good.
What secrets can you convey to our listeners that will help them break the ice?
I have to keep things positive. And if it's something I can't quite reach for, I figure out how to reach for that.
Because many of them have bad marriages or have been married several times or have lost people or have health issues. But you transcend that.
I've been through all those things.
Yeah.
So I know what it's like, but as do you. But you just have to go with what you have now. This is what you have now. Do we have tomorrow? Don't know. We'll find out tomorrow if we're here. And I'm not worried about it. It's just like, don't worry about today. It's okay. It'll be fine. You'll get through it somehow. Even if you have to go and talk to somebody and you share, and maybe that's the best way to get through things as well. But also, I think having a positive outlook toward what you're doing and who you're talking with and where you're going. What kind of things do you do? What kind of life do you have? Is it a life by yourself type of thing, or is it one where you like to go out with friends to dinner or whatever you like to do?
Well, I think it's important, too, to have, and I never realized this because I've been a very social guy, alone time. I think whether it's meditation or just looking at the surroundings, but I think that too is important because looking back, and I'm in a reflection kind of period of my life, I think of, well, how did I get that done? Or how did I raise 3 children with my wife? What happened to the marriage for 57 years that kept it alive and well? And all those don't just happen. You got to work at it.
I totally agree. You got to work at it. And you work at it to make it. I mean, a marriage is a wonderful thing, But there are times when you disagree with each other, and you have to find a common ground on that, or decide to step away from that particular subject.
Right.
Because the person that you're talking to is more valuable than who's right and who's wrong on that subject you're talking about.
That's absolutely right.
So, yeah, just keep it positive.
Yeah.
Keep it positive. And that's what I try and do with the people at where we live. I
Right.
try and keep it positive because some of them are really lonely, some of them are scared or worried. I just try and give them in the laugh, the smile. I get goofy with people sometimes purposely so that they will all of a sudden break through a little bit, even if it just opens a half a millimeter. It just would be fine. They can come to something that it's like, oh, it doesn't have to be negative. Oh, really? No, it doesn't have to be negative.
Well, many of the people that we associate with say, why am I here? You know, who put me here?
I think that's because their mental facility isn't quite ready for a change like that. They
And
don't
that
want
happens.
changes. It does happen.
And that happens.
Yeah,
That's okay.
yeah.
It's like a muscle. You know, if you don't exercise it, it ain't going to flex.
That's true. That's true. I'll have to get my workout in today. No, it's just the sun comes out. The sun comes out. It's shining. The sun comes up in my windows in the morning, and it's a new day. And I look at it as a new day. You know, whatever happened yesterday or before is back behind me. But this is a new day, and that's what I try and open a door for a new way of thinking for them if they're down and out, scared, worried about a sickness, worried about something else. We can be concerned about those things, but we can't let it overtake us
Right.
because then you lose the bet.
Well, I think we have seen so many people with ailments, whether they're in a wheelchair or, you know, they've lost a leg or they have a sickness that they have to deal with. And it's been inspiring to me to see how they deal with it,
Yeah.
because I think we can handle almost anything. When you consider the possibilities, I mean, terminal illness or what have you, I think it's the right way to approach it. And I think faith does have a lot to do with it.
When the sun comes up, it's a new day. That's the way I look at it. Yesterday's gone, but it's a new day. Sunshine's there. Even if it's raining, oh good, we have some rain finally. Whatever it is, we need to celebrate it. Celebrate the fact that we got up this morning and it was a good day. We went and had breakfast, it was a good day. We went out for a walk, it was a good day. But we need to not be so closed in on ourselves that we can't move without hurting.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
that's,
there are people that need
yes,
a motivation.
yes. They need, how do you call it? They need someone to build them up.
Mm-hmm.
Say, but you're doing this so well. I'm so pleased at how you're doing this now because before it was not as easy and now you're doing it. That's a thumbs up. Yes.
Right.
You made the mark.
We all need attaboys,
Yes. Yes.
which is a great expression because I think it kind of gives us the jolt to go to the next. My dad always used to say that every knock is a boost. And I think that that's true.
I like that.
I think that's true.
Well, he was a positive thinker,
Yes,
obviously.
he was.
I
The
can
power
hear
of
that.
positive thinking.
Yeah.
And so was my mother, but she relied on him to give him or give her that inspiration and motivation.
Well, that's probably one of the things that made that marriage so good.
Yin and yang.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Of course, I always feel that the best marriage is if you both have the same religion, both agree on politics, and both love each other.
That would be a good place to be too. Yes.
Maybe that's ideal.
It's truthful. That's what it should. That's the way it should be.
Yeah.
And it's not so hard to find that.
Right.
If you disagree, you can come then to an agreement, either not to talk about it or to think, you know what, I think you had a good idea there, and one of us can move over to that side, and you're okay. It's okay.
Right.
If we're married, presumably, we love the person we're married to.
Absolutely.
So you respect them, and you can talk things over, and you don't have to fight about it. You can disagree, but you don't have to fight about it.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I think disagreement is okay. Fighting is terrible. And hatred is terrible.
Yeah, yes.
But disagreement is all right.
It's something to be discussed.
Right.
We can discuss it. Well, I think it this way, I think it that way. That's okay.
Uh-huh.
If you've been married this long, it's okay.
Any advice that you can give our listeners about living a good life? We all try, but what's the secret?
One word, positive. Positive.
What about respect?
That should be there always. We should respect each other. We should respect each other.
Can't we all just get along?
Wouldn't that be nice? No, we all have our differences. Sometimes they're not taken very nicely. So then you get into a little tussle or something with somebody. But I don't want to do that. If you believe this way and I believe that way, or if you think that that's the person you want to elect in, or this is the person, that's fine. Nobody's right and wrong on that. Do we know who the right person is to go into whatever job they're looking for?
Right.
No, we don't.
We don't.
We're giving it our best shot, and we disagree, and that's okay.
I think that one of the wonderful pieces of advice that I was given is interpreting the Ten Commandments. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not steal doesn't mean going into someone's home and stealing something of value. It also applies to your reputation.
Yes.
And
Yes.
People are very cavalier to say, oh, I hate her because she's such and such. And that's not true. Do you really know the person?
Yeah, it's certainly not something you throw up in the air and talk about.
Right. That's libel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We just need to be nice to each other. You know, just to respect people.
Right. Isn't that refreshing?
It is. When it happens, it is. No, it is refreshing. And it's easy to be nice to people.
Yeah.
It's a little harder when you get a little bit of pushback, but that happens sometimes too, and that's okay. Because I'm not going to stay in that spot forever. So I'll get back into the positive again.
Right.
Yeah, I want it to be upbuilding. I want people to be able to be happy with life, with where they are now, with what they're doing now, with what just happened that wasn't so good. Have somebody walk with them and help them come back to something positive. And I'm thinking if somebody loses a friend or a family member or whatever, you need somebody to walk with you on those kinds of things.
I think what was very interesting, what you just said, I'll get back to it. If I don't succeed, I'll get back to it. Mm-hmm. And I've noticed you do that with people. You may not have immediate success with your breaking the ice with an individual, but you follow up.
Yeah. I like people.
Yeah.
Plus the fact it's good for me to be with people, but I don't do it for that reason. I just like people.
Right.
And if somebody comes in that I haven't seen before, I usually go over and sit down and talk with them for a bit. We've got a couple of ladies there that are, one's 100, I think, and the other's 98 or something. Delightful people. Mm-hmm. You know, just because of their age doesn't define them. They've got energy in them. They've got not hope, but they've got energy in them, positivity.
Right.
And it's so nice if that could just rain down on everybody else would be ideal.
Well, I thank you for sharing with us, and I think that your happy place is very apparent and evident in all that you do, and you inspire me. And that's what this is all about.
Well, inspiring is a positive word, so I take that as a compliment. Thank you.
Well, it's meant to be. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Dee Ann Lee. Thank you.
Thank you.